Welcome in everyone to episode 2 of our Car Mechanic Simulator live stream speedrun. I apologize for the lengthy delay in between these episodes. As you can see, we are sitting at level 4 with 196 experience points and out of 525 to reach level 5. Which we will unlock the junkyard. Currently, I have a Koenigsegg Agera sitting here to be worked on. We have a police car, and we have 2 Nissan GTRs. I did work with the mods that I have installed in the game to make sure they were going to work. And I think I have some of them currently working. This is our second GTR, but I do need to hop out of game for a moment and over to my stream settings. Please bear with me here as I adjust things. I am still learning the streaming thing. And from yesterday, I did learn that if I do not have the live chat on, I will not see any of your chats. Alright, so I think we'll run for about 2 hours today. And our first goal is going to be to see what this GTR needs. So, we are going to have to do an ABS module, pump, caliper, a vented disc, and 2 pads. This will be an easy enough and quick enough fix. And starting from this car, we are going to start buying parts for the story order car number 6 that we are going to be doing. But first things first, we are going into examination mode to get our experience up. If we are going to speed run the game, then we need to get our experience up to level 30 as quick as possible. The sooner we get to level 30, the sooner we'll be able to get through all 30 story order cars. And until I hear or read comments from you guys, our goal is going to be to reach level 30. We'll see how we are when we get to level 30. And then we'll see if I need to go any further and go to story order car number 30, which we will probably do regardless. Now, I do want to bring something up. And I will probably bring it up again later in the live stream as people actually join. But if you joined my channel because of the Car Mechanic Simulator videos or the live stream that I did, I have another set of videos that might interest you guys. And I am doing parts work building of 3 car models, which we will ultimately see throughout this speed run, because I have mod cars for them. One is the 1994 Toyota Supra. One is the 2002 Nissan Skyline GTR R34. And the other is the DMC DeLorean. So let's jump into the tablet real quick. Come over here to brakes. We know we're going to need a caliper, a ventilated disc, and 2 pads. We also know we need an ABS module and pump. Now we will switch out the ABS module and pump. And then we can go ahead and put the hood down on this very pretty chameleon painted GTR. And go ahead and get that up in the air. While we do that, I am going to get my headphones on so I can hear the in-game sound. Because for some reason, when the microphone is plugged in, there is no sound. Okay, so that caliper's at 20%. It'll be able to be saved. Brake pad replacement 1 is going in. Now, the reason I am going to start buying parts for the story order car number 6 is because we need to buy literally everything for the body. Just making sure I put parts back where they belong. Because Car Mechanic Simulator can be kind of finicky. This will be our second set of pads. And this should complete our build once these pads are changed. Let's have a look. Everything is complete. And we got $2,600 for this order. We're going to put the GTR down. And we are going to move the car outside. And let the owner know they can come pick up their car. Then we'll just move these two over. And let's check out our story order cars. That is just brakes, so we'll take the... It's not actually a Mitsubishi Eclipse. I forget what they call it in-game, but it is a base model car. And then we are going to go back to our tablet. We're going to go to our bodywork station. And we want we want the Ribson. That's what we're looking for. And though it says Nissan Skyline, this is the car that we want. So we're going to start off with the front bumper. I will show you where to get the actual mod car parts when we get one. Now, for Skyline number 2, another Veris edition, we have a sway bar link, an inner tie rod, and a rubber bushing. Once again, we're going to do our inspection to get our experience points up. And while we are going through this inspection phase, I do want to say thank you to the 3 or 4 of you that did join over the last live stream. That was very much appreciated. And I am, like I said, extremely sorry it's taken this long to get the next episode out. I am keeping an eye on the chat to see when and if any of you guys chat anything. Okay, and with the inspection done, let's get this GTR in the air. We are kind of at a disadvantage because we already know what we are needing to replace because this is on normal mode. Now, if you guys are new to the game, I do want to give you a little trick if you are on computer or even on your game on console. If you bring up your shopping list, all you have to do is hit, for me I'm using controller, so I just have to hit the A button and it'll bring up the part I'm looking for. I'll buy that, and as you can see, it's no longer on my shopping list, and that is because of one of the mods I am running. It immediately takes the part off the list once you have purchased it. So on console, unfortunately, you guys will not be able to do that. And we are almost done with this GTR. And with that in place, The second GTR is complete. And we only got $121 for this job. We are 21 minutes into the stream. We have completed 2 cars. We are not yet to level 5, unfortunately. Jaguar E-Type needs an oil change. We will hold off on that. Come back here. And we will buy the left side mirror. Which leaves us with $21 of the last job. So, more brake work. That's going to be easy enough. But jump back into examination mode. We are getting ever closer to level 5. By the time we are done with examination mode on this car, we should have level 5 unlocked. And there we have it. We are level 5. Welcome into the viewer. I hope you're having a great day. We just reached level 5 in our speed run. And we are currently working on an Italian police car. That simply needs brake work. So let's go ahead and pop in here. We need another ABS module. We need a couple of discs and a couple of pads. We need one disc, two calipers, and two pads. So we'll buy the caliper. We'll buy the ventilated disc and the two pads. And let's get this car up in the air. Okay, so a big part of our issues with this car is right on this one corner. I can honestly say that the only time I can ever remember hearing about a vehicle that has most of its brake problems on one corner is because there was an issue with fluid going to that line or to that wheel. It looks like I bought the wrong... No, we already replaced the disc. We're good. Welcome in to the new viewer. I hope you're having a good day. We do need to buy another caliper. And for that, we need to come back here. Nope, wrong side. After this, I think we may just visit the junkyard, take a peek and see what they have. That should be this car completed. It is $1,400 is what we will be getting off of this repair. 1415 it is. So now we got this thing that's going to need suspension work. So we'll take that. And then a 2000 GTR, which is just going to need fluid changes. Let's go to our tablet real quick. By the left front door. And then we'll load up the junkyard. Well, I haven't got this far into adjusting settings of the mod yet. Usually I have it set to where the junkyard spawns as full. So far, I am not seeing any cars at all. Welcome into the new viewer. Well, here's one. Not one we're going to be able to afford. But we will take advantage and do our exam on it to help us get our experience points up. What we are looking for here right now is a project car for the garage. Something that we can work on over time that will bring us money. Now, for our first project car, I'm not going to worry so much about the parts being 100%. Okay. So first car found, not an option for us. Second car found, not going to be an option. This is a Lamborghini Huracan. 22 grand. Okay, car number 2 is not an option. Welcome into the new viewer. How are you doing today? I can tell you right now, this trip to the junkyard has been highly disappointing. But we may just have an option right here. Nope. Even this is out of our price range at the moment. So we will continue getting our experience. Now, during this exam mode, you guys can see the motor and transmission are in the rear. That is what would be considered a boxer motor. And a flat 6 at the same time. And with that, it looks like our options are exhausted for the time being. So we will return to the garage. Unfortunately, that's how things go when you go to the junkyard. Sometimes you get stuff you can afford, sometimes you find stuff you can't afford. Alright, so we have one that's got engine problems. We'll go ahead and take that. Just try to keep our orders flowing. And now we got the Koenigsegg Agera. Two front shock absorber caps, a wheel hub bearing, and a rubber bushing. Welcome into the new viewer. How are you today? You have joined us for the second episode of our speed run. We just recently reached level 5 and came back from the junkyard. There was nothing available at the junkyard that we could afford. So right now we are just doing our exam on the Koenigsegg Agera. Which has got, from the looks of it, a regular modular V8 unit. Let me ask the new viewer. Never mind, he's already gone, or she's already gone. Okay, examination is over. Shock absorber caps, wheel hub bearing, and rubber bushing. Welcome into the new viewer. How are you doing today? We need to get the Sagara up in the air. And first things first, let's pop off these double wishbone shock absorbers. Come over here to our spring puller. Okay, we're gonna go back to exam mode real quick. So our wheel hub is there. And I'm just trying to get an idea of where our rubber bushing is going to be. And our rubber bushing is there. So let's go here. Okay, so it's showing as item number 2. And now we need to go to the right front. And I'm going to have to do a game save after this. There we go. Game is saved. That can be a problem when you have a game that runs multiple mods, as the game wants to stutter. And you never know if that stutter is going to be the game wanting to crash, or if you're going to get to continue to play. We are just over 45 minutes into our stream. We have gotten 4 cars serviced. We have made a trip to the junkyard. Say 300 SL for an oil change. That's not really going to get us anything. Suspension and brakes will get us more, so we'll take that. And then, once again, body work. We didn't get a lot from that last job, so we'll buy the side mirror. Then let's just take a look here. We have 3 points. Let's go ahead and get 50% cheaper parking alley. And then we'll get Renovator Ability 1, which will give us the ability to repair parts. And $2,500 for the next bay. I'm not ready for that yet. We'll wait on the rest of these tools for now. And let's take a look and see what the story order card needs. Welcome into the new viewer. It says, hello, I saw that you've got quite good reviews and I thought that you'll surely handle my problem. I've been to a few experts already. The things that each expert said and didn't match up at all. Of course, the problem is still there. It boils down to this Constant banging. It's unbearable and the gearbox isn't working properly after the last repair. After a week, changing gear became a nightmare. Please check it and try to fix any problems. Counting on your honesty. It's the last chance for my car. If it doesn't do the trick, the car is going to the junkyard. So that tells us we have gearbox problems. We need to change the oil. So first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and buy a release bearing. And then we'll go from there. This job will pay us fairly well. Because it is a story order car. And of all the story order cars, this is car number 4. 5 will not become available to us until this car is completed. Welcome into the 2 new viewers. How are you doing today? If you would like to be shouted out by name, drop something in the chat and I will say so. So we're going to need a rear sway bar on this car. We're going to need a sway bar in the front and rear. I'm seeing a wheel hub. So front and rear sway bars. A wheel hub. Make that 2 wheel hubs. I can't see the ones in the back. So we are close to suspension. Let's get a rear sway bar. Ooh, there's 2 of them. Okay, so let's check the oil on this. If you didn't know in the game, you can actually check the oil simply by highlighting the dipstick. It's halfway, 3/4 of the way between the minimum and the maximum. That should be good for what we need to do. Our next step is going to the test track. Engine cannot be started. So we got some issues. Okay. Need a couple of ignition coils. And I'm guessing a couple of plugs as well. Yep, most certainly a couple of plugs as well. Welcome into the new viewer. How are you doing today? Oh, I only bought one coil? Okay, let's give this a try again. Let's try going to the test track. Still says the engine cannot be started. Are we still dealing with bad plugs? That one looks good. %. Well, let's grab us another spark plug. Doesn't hurt. Wow, that ignition coil was 68%. Wait a minute, how's that 26%? I just bought a new plug. This is just another example, guys, of how I say this game can be finicky. Let's check. So we got the two coils, we got the two plugs. But there's still almost 2 full pages of parts. So those last 2 plugs, or the last plug and coil didn't need to be changed. So there's something more going on here than meets the eye. We're going to take these out. And we're going to have a look underneath. Okay, so it's got a bad camshaft. So we're going to need that. Some of these parts you see me taking off, you won't have available in your game, as they are part of the mods that I have installed. Okay, so we need cam gear. Timing chain is bad. So we'll add that. Let's go ahead and pop this off. Welcome into the new viewer. How are you doing today? And we need to grab our drain tool. We'll add the serpentine belt to our list. Okay, so just looking at things, nothing down here needs to be changed. The cam gear is good. Okay, we can get the camshaft off. And let's have a look. So far, we still have almost 2 pages of parts to find. So let's get our camshaft, our cam gear, our timing chain. I didn't see anything on the list about the serpentine belt. No, so that belt isn't needed. And let's go ahead and get this back together, because we want to try and get this out on the test track. And yes, I am foregoing the oil change for the moment. Welcome into the new viewer. How are you doing tonight? We need to go ahead and fill this with coolant. Because now we are going to try and take this car to the test track. We should have everything that was keeping it from running repaired. Oh. Except for the fact that I didn't put the timing chain back on the car. There we go. It's going to let us take it to the test track now. And this, I think, is where we're going to find a lot of the rest of the pieces to the puzzle. So this is the Hanada Moon, MK2, or MK1. Ooh. Not a very good game for actually driving. Welcome into the new viewer. How are you doing today? We just got done test driving story order number 4 car, which is what we are currently working on in our Car Mechanic Simulator speed run. We still have a lot to repair on this car, and that is a lot of red. I figured it would be bushings. We need a regular sway bar in the front and a sway bar A in the rear. Clutch plate. Okay. We need 10 rubber bushings, 11 rubber bushings, 12. We still need a lot of parts. Looking for the front sway bars again. Need at least 2 bearings. So all 4 corners on the front subframe. Okay. And we still have points not discovered. But let's get this in the air. Because we need to get these front wheels off. Out comes the front drive axles. And the wheel bearings. filter actually looks good. This is one of those cars that it's finicky about its starter. That's one piece I haven't bought yet. So our gearbox is okay. Our release bearing was okay. That flywheel is trash, though. While we are still in disassembly mode, let's go ahead and pull these rubber bushings. Yeah, I figured I put the new release bearing on it. It didn't say anything about the release bearing, so the old one's going back on. I already bought the front drive shaft. That's good. I do have a feeling I am going to have to dig deeper into the motor. That wheel hub actually looks good. Yeah, we're going to have to dig deeper into the motor on this. Welcome to the new viewer. How are you doing today? That hub actually, or that bearing actually looks bad. No, that's good. Okay. Okay, time to take a look at the underneath of the motor. We gotta drain the oil anyway as part of the task. So why don't we just have a look at underneath? Well, I can already tell you that's probably the rest of our issues right there. Crank bearing caps and rod caps. And actually, it looks like, yeah, we got a burnt piston. So we got our work cut out for us. Alright, let's get back up top side. Welcome into the new viewer. You are coming in at just the right time, I guess you could say. We just found out there's a burnt piston in the motor. So we literally have to rip the top end of this motor apart. And we've already had it apart slightly once already. Now we gotta go as far as taking the head off the block. And it's gonna be a piston and piston ring, I guarantee it. Well, at least I know all of this is gonna come off easy. Welcome into the new viewer. How are you doing today? You join us on our stream at one of the most time-consuming vehicles we've worked on tonight. We are doing story order car number 4. And we need to tear off the entire top of the motor so that we can get to a piston. We've done all the suspension repairs to the car, but when we were taking and draining the oil, we found that the camshaft caps, the rod caps, 3 of them, and one of the pistons was very bad. So now here I am disassembling the top of the motor so we can get to that piston. It's already been freed from its rod cap, so we'll be able to bring it right out of the motor. But besides that, if I didn't ask already, how are you doing to the viewer? Okay, so we actually have two burnt pistons. Not a problem. Get our 3 crankshaft caps, our 3 rod bearing caps, and our 2 pistons. Welcome into the new viewer. We just changed 2 pistons, and we are currently putting this motor back apart, or together. Please don't mind the slip in what I was saying we were doing. I have only been up a couple of hours and I jumped on a live stream pretty much right away. So I am not fully awake yet. That's one side of the engine together. Because of the mods I run, this car's got the injectors and the rail on it. Welcome into the new viewer. How are you? We should be just finishing up story order car number 4 in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 Speedrun, Episode 2. Before I start putting the 2 fluids back in, let's check. That's all grayed out, so everything's been found there. Yep, so I just need to put oil and coolant in it. And then this car will be complete. And our coolant reservoir. And with that, we made ourselves a total of $4,600 on that car. Let's go ahead and get it outside. We can get the new owner on it, or the owner on its way to come pick it up. And we leveled up again. Move our BMW over. and our GTR R35 pace car. And ooh, the Pagani's tempting, but it's not going to pay very much. It's an oil change and fluid changes. We'll take the Bolt here and alright, so we got another level. And with that level, we got 2 more skill points. Let's go get another 5% off in the... Oh, I can. It costs 3. That's okay. We'll get our speed up for taking parts off. We'll have ourselves a quick glance at what this might need. Suspension. Well, with 15 minutes left to go, let's at least get it run on the test track. It's an electric car. Oop. And let's see what it shows us for suspension. Rear sway bar end links and a wheel hub bearing. I wonder if that's all this car is complaining about. No, because there's still undiscovered parts. Well, there's one of them. Not hard. We'll go ahead and get this puppy fixed up. That wheel hub is good. That bearing is good. So we know what's on the back. That bearing is good, but that one is not. Gotcha. Okay, one last check. We need to change the brake coolant and windshield washer fluid. That's quick enough. Drain tool. I'll still never understand why an electric motored vehicle has coolant. Okay. And this little thing is ready to go out. 500 bucks. Not bad for a quick job like that. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of parts. So we need that, 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 and that. So the only things left on the second line we need is everything but the left side mirror. And on the bottom row, everything but the right side mirror. Let's take a quick hop to the junkyard, see what's in store there. Oh, we have us a bare frame. What are they going to charge us? $3,800. Well, we're not going to be able to afford this RS6 Avant. 36,000. definitely not going to be able to afford the GTR. So I'll tell you what. I have one viewer. You let me know if you think I should buy this Mazda RX-3 Bear. Nothing that's really gonna get us any money, so with that, friends, I'm gonna call this live stream here. We have our story order number 5 car sitting here. And we have a GTR. We have a Beamer. And then sitting in our parking, we have an Mazda RX-3 to work on. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button, leave a comment. Feel free to share these videos, these live stream replays, any of my other videos you might like. And if you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. It'll help out my small channel. I thank you all very much. I wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are, whenever you may be watching this. Thank you. There